on the track.
Okay, well, we're just gonna start it off like this. I'm not gonna talk about my trip to Georgia if I do at all in any of this. I'll just straight up to the most interesting part, the part I've been talking about on Twitter for the longest. So obviously, I was down there for about a week, right? An extended day, extended 1 or 2 days, I forget. I think just a single day. As far as whenever I came back. But so we took the Greyhound back instead of like driving or flying. I barely knew what the Greyhound was before this trip. I'm sure most of you guys know. It's just like basically it's like public transportation except extended. Like you'll go state from state. You can even buy a pass. And obviously, weird people on there. It is true, some people don't want to hear that, but that's factual. No one wants to be on public transportation. So we end up getting there, right? And I don't know what the fuck to expect. And as soon as we come in, dude, no joke, we go to stand and check our bags. So we're in line. It's not a big line. I think there's one person in front of us. As soon as we go to check our bags, we witnessed the great battle between this guy and his girlfriend. It was insane. Like, they got into a fist fight and everything. And like, I'm being presumptuous. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or not, but it just seemed like it. Like, he was like Hispanic, and you can never tell if like a Hispanic is 8 or 80. Like I had friends when I was 7 that always had that mustache, that like super thin, like a pervert mustache that you just always see it, and it's always black. So he could have been 8, he could have been 75 years of age. I don't know. But then the girl looked like she was like, it's easy to tell with the girl because she just looked like every other 12-year-old girl. She looked extremely young, like 11, 12, maybe 13 tops. So I was like, there's no way. And he was really short. He was probably like 5'2", 5'3", and then she was probably like 5'3", 5'4". So I didn't know. I was assuming it was him and his girlfriend. But the security guard was pissed, dude. He was taking off his vest with the security label on it and everything, because obviously you can't throw down on video, especially with your company's logo and everything. So he is pissed, dude. He's like, fuck this job. He's not gonna give a fuck about this job. I'm about to just beat this dude's ass. And me and my friend Jody, we're probably about a foot and a half away from this. Like, oh shit, I'm just trying to mind my own business. I ain't even trying to be up in nobody's shit. So we're just ignoring it, and then it just turns into this entire thing where everyone in this place knows that this kid beat his girlfriend or niece or whatever. I want to say it was either his sister or his girlfriend, but then they look nothing alike. So that's why I want to say it's his girlfriend. And then another security guard, he's like loud as fuck. He's like, yeah, he likes to put his hands on women, and I'm just trying to keep in laughter because it's fucking hilarious. But then we go to sit down. After that gets resolved, which it doesn't exactly get resolved. They just bring him back into like this interrogation room. Like, this place is so sketch, it has a built-in police department. And we go to sit down, right? And then we're just sitting there having a normal conversation. There's like albino kids walking around. I've never seen an albino until then. And then this girl comes sits down, like the only other normal like seeming person, and she's having a mental fucking breakdown. She's like our age. She's like 19, 20 maybe. And she's just having a mental breakdown. She's talking about she's on the phone, by the way. She's talking about how she's like having a mental breakdown. She doesn't have her anxiety medicine, and I'm like, oh fuck, in my head. So me and my friend Jody, we can't be talking out loud about this shit. He's texting me, dude, and he was like, dude, this bitch is about to kill us. She's gone off her meds. It was so hilarious. And she was talking on the phone like how she had to how she needed like a medical dog or a safety dog or a companion or whatever. And then there was like a homeless man sitting next to her, and this is just where it just took a turn for the best, really. This is just hilarious. He looked at her, he was like, yeah, my sister, he started talking to her, he was like, yeah, my sister got a companion dog, and I just told her to stop being a little bitch. And I was wheezing, laughing, I was trying to hold it in, and it was impossible. I was wheezing, I was laughing at the top of in this bitch's face, too. Like, I was just screaming, laughing because of how funny it was. She was laughing, too. She was a good sport about it. I just kicked my pants. It was literally the funniest thing ever. And I just imagine how hard I would have laughed if I was trying to laugh. Like, I didn't give a fuck, but I was trying to keep it in. I was just wheezing. And then we end up asking her, like, where are you going? She's going to Tennessee, right? And I'm like, what are you doing in Tennessee? She was like, oh, my parents kicked me out. So I got further into it, and this bitch is crazy, right? We know that from the start. We've evaluated the visual evidence, and we know that this bitch is crazy. So then we talked to her more, and it becomes apparent that she wasn't kicked out. She, like, ran away, because it's like, she was by herself, and she was, like, a small girl in our age, so I could only assume how terrified she was. And I was thinking, like, why would she take a Greyhound to leave where she lives just to take a Greyhound to come back? I was like, that sounds like you ran away. I wasn't saying that, but in my head, and I'm not going to be like, why'd your parents kick you out? Or why'd you take the Greyhound? I'm not about to interrogate her, you know? I'm not a policeman. So then I'm just like, damn, dude. And I'm cracking the code. I'm like, this bitch did not get kicked out. And then we were like speculating, I wonder what she got kicked out for. I didn't know. I don't know. But I think she ran away. She's only one of the bitches that, she's definitely one of these bitches that just overreact. But she was like stranded overnight. It was like the weirdest thing. It's the shittiest process. But then, finally, we're delayed like 2 hours because there's no AC on the bus. And I don't know how nice this bus is going to be. And we end up boarding. And my fucking god, dude, this bus was like 95 degrees. Phone's on 20% from being at the damn thing the entire time on my phone, because that's the only way to burn time. Oh, sorry about this. And,
I did not. That came out completely wrong.
still yawning.
What the?
And, so we get on, and we're about an hour into the trip. And none of the electrical outlets are working. You know, I can't charge my phone, can't charge my headphones, nothing, right? So phone ended up dying. We end up, no, phone doesn't end up dying. I'm like 3% listening to music. Just like tired as hell, wanting to get home. We end up making like a Yui. Not your average Yui, obviously we're not big ass, but we turned around. And I'm just in my mind, I'm like, when we turn around, must have, missed a turn. And then I say something to the guy next to me. I was like, damn, dude, these outlets really don't work. And he was like, yeah, that's why we're turning back to get a new bus. And I was like, wait, what? We're an hour out and we're turning back to get a new bus. You're joking, right? He's like, fuck no. We get back, and then the next bus, drive an hour back, by the way. By this time, it's like 11 o'clock, and we got there at 7:20. Next bus doesn't come till 6:30 in the a.m. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not waiting for that damn bus. There's no way. So we walk our luggage, like a 25-minute walk, back to the apartment, stay another night, and we get our tickets reissued. And then the next day we board. Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. The best Greyhound, and it still fucking sucked. It was a 10 out of 10 Greyhound, and it was a 1 out of 5 transportation. Dude, it was just, I was trying to sleep. It was like a 13-hour ride, and I literally could not sleep. I was on the damn thing, and I was laying in my seat like I might as well start fucking crying. Cause I started thinking about my bed, dude. Oh my god, it sucks so bad. Oh my, and I had to work that day. I got home about 9, and I had to work 1 to 8. Oh my fucking god, it was the worst. So if you learn anything from this, it's do not take the Greyhound. Anything is better. Walk your ass home, thumb a ride. The seats suck, and it was, like I said, the best possible Greyhound. You'll never get a better Greyhound than what we had. And it was still the worst, one of the worst experiences. It just ruined the whole trip. Like that in particular is like that. The fact that I was on that thing for 13 hours, did not sleep at all, that ruined the trip. Like there's no trip that could have made that worth it. So I'm walking next time, or I'm having someone give me a piggyback ride. I'll even tandem back to it. I don't give a fuck. But you will never catch me on a Greyhound again. I am a Greyhound bus survivor.
You lost?
Mission area secure. Good work.
About time. Took you 6 hours. Good job, bud.